Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I think I said in my last video that figured out that the only time I got to do videos is morning and night, and I wanted to do some this morning, but a couple emergencies came up, and so I'm going to do one tonight. And I don't think I said, but I said I'd probably be laying in bed doing it because it's cold. It was supposedly 16 last night, and I just looked at the weather. First time I didn't even have a chance to look at it. It says 16, low of 16 tonight, but I'll tell you what, with the snow, which I heard there's thumping this morning, I'm like, what the heck is it? The acorns falling off the tree, twigs. I mean, it was just kind of a muffled, but anyway, it was big blobs of snow falling on the tent. So a lot of them were falling off the oak tree behind me, I think. So the north side, you know, it was a lot heavier than the east side, than the south side, and quite a bit of weight out there. Didn't even have a chance to get that off. I mean, I took a towel and whipped it, and twirled it, and so I started at the top so that the snow would pop away from the tent, but there's still some out there, but whatever. Hopefully it'll survive. So, cold weather survival, and I'm going to play this clip here. The key thing, like I said, is body core temperature. So normally my procedure is, and I've talked before about the really, really, really cold Tabernacles I went to one time, and we did stay in a tent. No heat. I'm pretty sure it was probably colder than it is now. But, I'd go in and take a shower in the dorm, or whatever you want to call them, the shelter. They had cabins, so I'd, take a hot shower, warm up my body real bit good, and then dry off real good, and then zip out and jump in the sleeping bag. The other option is to drink something hot, which normally I do. Now today, I didn't get the shower and I didn't get anything hot, because I came out and we had a problem with, constant dripping, so wasn't able to take a hot shower. So, then I came out here and it was like, just blowing, and it was already getting dark, and so I had to get in, under the cover. So I missed two things tonight: the hot shower and something hot to drink. Yes, I can cook something out here, but I ain't getting out of bed, to do it. So that kind of sucks. I've got something warm, but it's just coffee, and that's dehydrating, and I'm already dehydrated, and it already got cold, basically, in the amount of time between the time I came out here. So anyway, so this will be I'm okay, an interesting night type thing, but missing those two normal procedures for me. So I want to play this trailer. Hopefully I won't get a strike against it. I mean, it's free advertising. I'm advertising for a movie, and I am asking you to watch it. And the trailer kind of skips back and forth, through the movie, and it'd be nice if a couple of them were a little bit more sequential, but, I'm going to go ahead and play that. So, and then I'll do another video. And I just had to dump like 3.5 gigabytes to be able to do anything here. Sorry for the, that's one of these solar lanterns, and I've got it hanging so it provides light for me. But I'll show you another one. I've shown them before. They're floating, I think they float. It's got a solar panel. It's got a hanger. And USB plug-in charging port to charge. There you go. That's so you can theoretically charge a cell phone. Not gonna happen. And then there's a micro USB. I need to change the timeout on that. So anyway, these are really good. They close up to a hockey puck size thing, expand, and then if you close it, It's a flashlight. So the other one is hanging and it's dancing around in the breeze. And you cannot shut these vents. This is the Tahoe gear. There's 4 air vents, and I'm by 2 of them, and I'm telling you, it feels like a drafty breeze. So where the temperature is 16, it could be, I would be guessing with the wind chill, it's probably 10 or 12, you know. So anyway, fun. Winter camping at its finest. It'd be a little bit more fun with a teepee. So, all right, I'm going to play this. So, all right, this is a great movie. Please watch it. All right, here we go.
Are you even hate? Who's asking? Messenger! Brother Brigham!
Do you have any regrets, son? That would be for your brother Sidney.
Where's Sidney?
He's been led away by the terrible Mormons.
Mormons.
The handcart people are in trouble, and you are wanted.
On a horse, it'll be a tough go. Can't move mountains while you're sitting on your backside.
The Lord will use us as his hands.
So is this the blessing of the righteous which you speak of?
I ask you now, that a buffalo be put before me.
Go and bring in those saints who are still on the plains.
I am ready now.
Thomas, I have a calling for you. I'd like you to accept the position in the burial squad. Under some that you require a school.
Yep, there are, Thomas.
I've come to pass this day before your very eyes.
You and God have rescued us. This shall be for generations. You are a holy man.
I have so many faults. I cannot count them all.
All righty. Yeah, see this one.
It wasn't much later, Joseph A. Young and Abel Dover, they and Mountain Martin Red Eagles, searching rescuers there to aid them. They were riding day and night to get back and report to Brother Brigham. They hurried off, exhorting me to find them and do what I could. Their account of the deprivation they saw startled me. I knew those saints had no food, so I asked for a desire that had been planted in my heart.
Dear Father, you told us to ask for what we stand in need of. I ask you now that a buffalo be put before me. Mercy, Lord. What took you so long?
It was a rare thing to find buffalo around that place at this late season. I knew the hand of the Lord was in it. For that animal had stayed behind when the rest of its kind left for their winter quarters. I skinned and dressed it, then loaded up my horses with it. The sun was about an hour high in the west when I spied something in the distance. I perceived it moved. I was then satisfied this was the handcart company led by Captain Edward Martin and Daniel Tyler. The sight that met my gaze as I entered into their midst can never be erased from my memory. And any concerns I had regarding my own well-being departed.
Mm.
I must tell you, dear brother. The prophecy was made by one of the brethren that the company would feast on buffalo meat when our provisions run short.
You and God have rescued us. For this shall be known for generations.
What's your name, sister?
Alice Dobson, Preston, Lancashire, England. My son is not faring well, and this is surely a grand prize.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any idea what it's going to take to wake people up. But I'm telling you, a couple 300 people died in that. I can't remember exactly. People died in the company that came before it, the fourth one. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but the Martin suffered the worst. It's just a microcosm, a microscopic, prophetic event, providential, bizarre, weird thing that happened. I mean, for hundreds and hundreds of people, there's about, I believe, 1,000 people, 500 people in each company. There were 10 companies total. So 3 to 4, maybe 5,000 people traveled on foot with hand carts from Illinois to Salt Lake City. And I stated before, one of the elders prophesied that the day will come when millions of people will be coming with their children in their arms, and it will be up to the saints to go out and bring them in. And so that's why I want to have Ephraim's rescuers. So, anyway. I went out across the plains and brought Shannon here, so I'm hoping, praying for his safety, for his deliverance, for his health, for his financial resources to come in from the accident and be a blessing, be able to help me. Please pray for that. You know, this time of this saga, little known, and I led into this one time. I talked about this to a Mormon, and I made some comments about it, and he didn't know what I was talking about. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this was a guy who has, the family, the extended family has done reenactments. Like on my, one of my Facebook things until recently, I had one of the handcarts from the property of this family. And this guy didn't know what I was talking about. I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, but I phrased it in such a way that, you know, it was not at all secretive, but anyway, he didn't realize what I was talking about. So, make sure the coffee don't spill over in there. I've got the warm, cold drink inside the sleeping bag instead of outside. No sense in having it freeze and then trying to drink it. So, you know, this whole saga was a bizarre thing because, you know, at the time, there weren't millions upon millions of people that could be refugees. The population wasn't there. So, that was a weird thing for the guy to say. And when I read it, I mean, a chill went down my spine. And I really felt that it was a, you know, legitimate prophecy that will happen. And I believe that this story is prophetic. Like I said, a microscopic touch of what is going to happen across this country. And that, you know, with the river basin around the Ozark Plateau being almost circular, that it just, to me, it brings to mind the, and I changed the 100 to 1,000, I've seen him in the watchfires of 1,000 circling camps. You know, I could see 1,000 camps around this region with beacons, literally with watchfires, watchtowers and watchfires to watch for survivors, watch for stragglers, watch for people being pursued by, you know, whoever knows, a wolf pack, feral hogs, bears, mountain lion, whatever, you know, just who knows what challenges are going to be out there. Government troops, certainly. We still rolling? I think so. And I met a guy at one of the refuge meetings I went to. I've been to 4 planning meetings to help develop farms and refuges. Been instrumental in those. And at one of them, this guy picked my son and I up. He was from Omaha, Nebraska, and he had repeated, intense, systematic, regular, I mean night after night after night after night of these intense, like almost nightmarish dreams, but dreams that were like intensely specific. He was being trained for a intake, like checking people in, and there were wagons and cars and trucks run on every kind of fuel and wind power and chicken poop power and wood gas and, you know, solar power. I mean, everything. It was a fortified city. And he looked down at one point. I can't go into the whole story, but it's very intense and very drawn out. But down for as far as he could see, there were stables, and he thought that they were stables for animals, like livestock. And then he realized that it wasn't livestock. They were for the cavalry, the horses. And so I was telling that story. These were the good people. This was the capital city of the region, and he expected to see the place. It was so real to him, so intense, so powerful, so repeated, so in the minutest detail. At 10 o'clock at night, they would shut down the power of the entire city to divert all power to the growing panels, the growing system for the underground greenhouses, food system greenhouses. Anyway, so I was telling this to another couple, and when I mentioned cavalry, they said, "Oh yeah, there's massive amounts of cavalry down in the Boot Heel in Missouri." And I went, "What? This was not in the Boot Heel in Missouri." They said, "Well, they thought I was talking about the bad guys, the federal cavalry. That's what they were referring to. That there's a big, huge, whatever, New World Order, United Nations cavalry for going out and ferreting out resistors and whatnot, and they have the horses to do it." And I'm like, "Well, that's spooky," So, yeah, people on both sides are planning, for this time coming. I'm just going to end this by saying this. What I have been trying to do for these 30 some odd years, but very intensely, very specifically, very powerfully since 1993. Okay, so it's 2018, for 25 years, has been to help carry as many people as possible through the dark forces window of time. And, one of the opening statements in my book was, "I am not writing this book to try to convince you that something's wrong." That's not it. That's never been my intention. I don't. I'm concerned about things. Sometimes I talk about different things, but I'm not trying to talk anybody into, making a change. Let's see, how am I trying to put it? I'm not talking to the people to try to convince them. If you don't know that, the shit has already hit the fan. If you don't know that life is never going to be the same in this country. America is, yes, there's some changes with Trump and, a lot of good things. He's done some interesting things and done some things he said he was going to do, but America's never going to be great again. Sorry, I don't think so. I think the kingdom's coming, and we're going to go through judgment, and then the kingdom of God is going to be built, established, the kingdom of Yahweh. The stone kingdom of Yahweh. And this is why it's so critical. I'm asking for your prayers for Shannon, because things are holographic. The universe is holographic. And it is so powerfully, he was already started going through hell before he got here. But, it's been difficult, very difficult for him. Okay, so please be praying for him. And if he and I can just get together, it'll be a start. It will be a start. So I'm hoping that his praying that his insurance company comes through, gets the check, and he's able to, get up here and start helping me. So we've already talked about some plans, some ideas, and so I'm hoping for that. Please be praying for that. And I'm going to end it with that. So there you go. This is Jerry Diamond. If you are listening to this, you are part of the resistance. The remnant. All right. How do we shut it off? Bam.